You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
Well, everyone, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. Folks, it's not hyperbole. It's not shock jockery. Will we survive 2020? I don't just mean will we as individuals, will we as preppers? How about will we as America survive 2020? Will the world survive 2020? And when I say survive, I don't mean will we all die a big flaming death? No. What I mean is, will the institutions, the belief systems, our faith, our freedoms, will they survive 2020? Now, yesterday I covered this, and it has become an even bigger story as it's covered in social media. That's right, folks. Social media is where you can really look and see what people are interested in. Mainstream media, they don't put on there what people care about. They put on there what they want people to believe. You bet. That's what they want you to believe is mainstream media. Every now and then, Fox will carry a good story, and we'll cover that. Every now and then, but for the most part, it's propaganda. It is programming. You know, television program. It's programming to get you to believe what they're saying. You want to see what people are thinking about and wanting to know about, you check out social media. You come to channels like this because we scour it. All of the Prepared Mind Network scours the internet looking for things of interest. Now, I talked about yesterday, well ahead of the rest of the planet, which means you're ahead of the rest of the planet. Let's stay ahead. Let's be prepared. Let's be thinking. Let's be forward looking so we see what's coming and we can position ourselves in front of it. I talked about the life insurance CEO who says deaths are up in his state, a whopping 40% amongst people aged 18 to 64. And this was in 2020, folks. Now, the big question, what are they dying from? He doesn't say, folks, and to me, that says everything. The article doesn't say what people are dying from in this age group. He did say that, you know, if it went up a couple of percent in that age group, that would be huge news. It's not up a little bit, folks. It is up 40%. What are they dying from? Why won't they tell us? He doesn't say, and that says everything, right? The highest death rates in history, highest death rate increase in history. Nope, let's not touch that one. Oh no, we couldn't have that at all. I just like to ask questions, folks. And you can come up with the answers all by yourself. I could say it and you know it. But we're also facing not just death, personal. We're facing the death of our country. We are right now in the second wave of censorship that is going to stomp down dissenting opinion. It's going to stomp down asking questions, coming up with other opinions, other ideas. It's happening right now. We'll get into more of that later. But I want to stick with this. What's causing deaths? Folks, Betty White died. 99 years old. Yeah, it's, 99. You could die at any time for any reason. But this has become a news article, a big deal, because people want to know the facts, not an attorney's opinion, not a spokesman's opinion. We want facts. And we are not going to get facts because certain little people out there lie. We'll get to more of that later. Back to Betty White. Now, who cares if Betty White was a Democrat? To be expected. She was a Hollywood actress. Long time. And you don't stay active in Hollywood unless you're a really good left-wing liberal. So I don't hold that against her. I don't. Right? Have all the politics you want, Betty. That's fine. I don't give a crap about that. I'm not picking on her and I'm not being mean about her. I just want to know because she was such a celebrity, right? Now, we were told in the article and by her agent that she died peacefully in her sleep. But then she called out to her long past husband as she passed away. So she was awake and calling for her husband, not asleep. Which one was it? See, we can't get a straight answer out of these people. They lie as much as Dr. Drippy. Right now, I want to ask this question. Okay, so someone heard her call out to her husband. So Betty White had someone watching her while she sleeps? Is this 365 days a year for years that she has someone watching her in her sleep and listening to her? So if she doesn't have someone watching her 365 days a year, why was someone attending to her on that night if she was in good health and everything was fine and she just passed away in her sleep? Or should we ask the question, was she suffering from some symptoms? Right? Spokesman says that she died of natural causes. Okay, which natural cause? A lot of people would say and are saying right now that, well, it's natural for men aged 18 to 40 to die of heart attacks, to have enlarged heart. It's normal for men aged 18 to 40 to die of aneurysms, brain bleed, to die of clots, strokes. That's normal, they're starting to say. No, it's not, folks. The spokesman said Betty White died of natural causes. Okay, which natural cause? And they won't even discuss whether or not she had the Jim Jones juice or the Jim Jones Boosty Boost. If she did, tell us. If so, when? And what was the natural cause? Yeah, because heart attacks occur naturally, but they're also occurring, according to many, unnaturally. There are a lot of unnaturally caused strokes now. There's a lot of unnaturally caused diseases now. And the spokesman said, we don't want to politicize her death. Sorry, sorry, and sorry. It's that world now. And snowflakes can thank Dr. Drippy Fawcett. They can thank the Democrats. They can thank Pfizer. And they can thank Klaus Schwab and the rest of the world cartel for politicizing our lives, for politicizing the private sector, for politicizing medicine. It's not my fault that I and you and all of us are asking these questions. You see, we can go back. We can talk about an insurance company CEO going, what the hell? Look at this. And he just puts the numbers out there and you get to think about it. Those are regular people he's talking about. Men 18 to 64. Why are their deaths up 40%? Betty White, a massive celebrity, dies. We have questions. And then we have Fox News. I said, look, mainstream media sucks. They tell us what they want us to believe. As a prepper, as a patriot, as an American, as a free human being, what do you want to believe? I want to believe my own conclusions. I want to believe my thoughts. I want my beliefs, my thoughts to be based on all fact, all data, all thought, all research. What do you want to believe? You want to believe one person's word and worship them as God? I do not, especially little Dr. Drippy. So I want to hear competing opinions. I want to hear not consensus, but debate. So Fox, occasionally they get it right. Bring on someone who is controversial, someone who speaks opposite of what the programming wants you to think. And so we have this case where Fox has done something right. Dr. Robert Malone, who was interviewed, he is the big interview the last couple of weeks on the Joe Rogan Experience. And that has caused a firestorm that the mainstream media is trying to ignore. They're trying to pretend it's not there. It's the 5 billion pound elephant crammed into the super stadium, and it's covering the whole field, and they're pretending it's not there. Well, he's there. He is the man who invented the mRNA technology that's being used in the Jim Jones juice. So Dr. Robert Malone was interviewed, not just by the Joe Rogan Experience, but he went on Fox News with Laura Ingraham Monday night, just last night, following up on his interview with the Joe Rogan Experience. He's getting press, folks. He's getting covered. And he says this, and you have to know who this is. He says, Tony has no integrity. He lies all the time. It's Tony. Is he talking about Tony the Tiger? Is he talking about the boxer Tony Lopez? What Tony is he talking about? This is Dr. Robert Malone, who has an opinion that I can't share here because I'm not allowed to talk. I'm not allowed to repeat anything. I don't even want to repeat what comes from the recognized authorities from the programming source, because we have a massive, folks, censorship program coming down, and I need your support here. I wish and want everyone on Patreon. Patreon.com, go to the Prepared Mind. I want everyone on there because they're going to try and cancel us. They just canceled Marge Taylor Greene, Big Marge, off of Twitter and now off of Facebook. They can't have dissenting opinions. They can't have other ideas. So they are trying to remove people who have competing thoughts, debate, ideas, experts, professionals, authorities, gone. They want one story and one story only. That is propaganda. They want one story and one story only. That is called programming. And that is what television is doing. That is what big media is doing. That is what social media is doing. That is what high tech is doing, period. Folks, will we survive 2020 under these conditions? Now, here's the other part. This is critical. If we do not, as a nation, as individuals, as a republic that is free, a free republic, if we do not survive 2020 as free people, a free country with a constitutional system, if we don't survive, we are definitely going hot. We are definitely going hot, because once they have the programming and own all speech, folks, this is what the First Amendment is about. And the government using corporations to silence us is not only unconscionable and immoral and improper and abusive, it is unconstitutional. An alliance between government and corporations for the benefit of those two things against the people is called fascism. And when they make that alliance and then they silence us, it removes our First Amendment right at the behest of the government, who wants its programming and its story only. You have the death of the republic, and what follows, surely no one will like. That is what happened in Nazi Germany. It is what happened in the Soviet Union. It is what happened in communist China. When the regime, the government, declares itself supreme, sovereign, and the people are silenced and punished for it, and then silenced some more, and then punished some more. That is what they're pushing. So Fox News, they need to hear from you. They need to hear, thank you for putting Dr. Robert Malone on the Laura Ingraham show. Thank you for bringing us an alternative view, an alternative opinion, a debate, a fair debate. Put it out there. Put the information out. Let us decide. That's what media is supposed to do, is report information and fact. And if you have competing facts, you put it all out there and let the public decide. not wipe away one side and give us their programming. This is an act of war against the Republic to do just that, to create a program, an agenda, a narrative, and then say nothing else is allowed. The First Amendment is the First Amendment because free speech is most important. And I will say more important than even the second. Because it is the warning, folks. Because it is the warning to those of us who also cherish our Second Amendment. Maybe not more important, maybe the same. But when the First Amendment dies, that's an indicator that you better start warming up your Second Amendment. And they will be talking, folks, on the Supreme Court, not just about Roe v. Wade, but about the Second Amendment this year. They will be talking, folks, about the First Amendment in the Supreme Court. Our right to free speech is being trampled by a little doctor and their agenda, and big corporations, global corporations, trying to squash us. Are you prepared? Will we survive? Are you ready? Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense. Are you prepared for what's coming? Tony has no integrity. He lies all the time. It's Tony. This is coming from someone who has actually done something in his career rather than shine a bureaucratic leather chair with his little ass. And he sounded the warning signal. This isn't the first time, folks, that anyone's called out the little cretin. It's just the first time we've heard it in a while, because they don't want dissenting opinions out there. They want us all to just listen and obey. That's what they want from you. Listen and obey. Listen and believe them, and then obey. That is not freedom, folks. That leads to tyranny off the hook. Tyranny off the hook murders its own people. Tyranny off the hook does not tolerate freedom and free thought and free choice. Are you ready? Are you prepared? Are you ready? Are you prepared? Chance favors the prepared mind. Is yours. We got a lot more coming, folks. 2020, as I told you, is huge. It is going to be nasty. It's an election year. We have hyperinflation being promised. We have a long, cold winter and death being promised. We've been warned, folks. We have forewarning. And as a Prepared Mind subscriber, you have gotten information as it comes out to think about, so that when it finally hits the mainstream, when they finally start talking about it, you already know what's coming and you can watch it with open eyes, clearly see things. You can hear it with your own ears and understand it and not be fooled, not be fooled. Chance favors the prepared mind. Is yours. Semper Fi, Godspeed. Thank you for supporting us at Patreon. Share this video with others. Get them watching. Wake them up all the way so they take action on their own behalf. Subscribe, like. If this is your first time watching, get subscribed. Do it now. It may just save your life and the lives of others.